Hi, my name is Benjamin. I'm with attackOnGaming.com, and here we are with Christopher Judge.
You got the name right, yes. Hello.
Alright, so I think most of us probably remember Chris from Stargate as Teal'c. So Chris, what's it like being in Australia, first of all?
Well, I've been out here several times, and I love it here. I mean, people are nice, food's great, sightseeing. You know, so I love it here. And then, it's another chance to say hello and thank you to the fans.
Alright, cool. So, you've been here before, obviously. So does that mean you now have like a pet kangaroo in a garage somewhere, or?
No, I have a pet blackjack table at the Star Casino. That's
So you made some good winnings on that?
it hasn't gone as good this time as it usually does, but it's still a good time nonetheless.
Alright, so before coming in, I kind of stalked your Wikipedia page because I didn't want to talk about Stargate forever. And I read somewhere on there that you used to be a football player, I think.
At the University of Oregon. Imagine that. Many moons ago, back in the early 80s, I played for the University of Oregon.
Sweet. Alright, so I have to ask, what is your impression of Australian football in comparison to American football?
It's much rougher than American football, no padding, and dudes are massive. It's too manly for me.
Too manly?
It's like it's nonstop. Football. American football. You don't have to be in that good of shape. Because you get a rest every. You get a minute rest. Every 6 seconds. The football out here is just nonstop. So it's a good game.
Sweet, sweet. I think I also read that you're doing a lot of golfing these days.
I was not so much anymore because I've gotten kind of busy. But other than my kids and my wife, I mean that's pretty much and work. I mean that's kind of how I spend my time is either with my kids, my wife, or on the golf course.
Cool, cool. Alright, so obviously you're here in Sydney for Oz ComicCon. So I take it you've been to the previous one, the Brisbane one.
Yes. Yes, it went fabulously well. So if it's as good here as it was in Brisbane, it's going to be a good time for all.
Alright, so at the Brisbane ComicCon, did you get a chance to, walk around, see what's up, check the sites, etc.?
Not really, because it was so busy that we didn't have a lot of free time. But I think this time I'm going to walk around just during my lunch hour, just so I can at least see some stuff and buy my daughter a gift. So, yeah.
All right, sweet. So having worked in sci-fi and going to a comic convention, do you read comics yourself, or not really much of a fan? Or?
I used to be an avid comic reader when I was younger. Now I just don't have much time to read comics, but I'm still a fan of, and I love all the comic adaptations of movies now that are so popular. But yeah, I mean I've been a fan since I was a kid.
All right, sweet. All right, so now it's like to get into the stuff that I'm really into, Stargate. All right. So first of all, how did you come into the role as Teal'c?
It was just straight audition. I actually overheard a friend going over his lines, and I kind of picked up the script, and it was Stargate. I said, wow, this is pretty unusual and good. So I called my agent and told him to get me in on it, or I was going to leave the agency. And so they got me an audition, and kind of the rest is history.
Okay, that's cool. Did you actually see the original Stargate film?
Yes, I did. In fact, when we were actually doing the pilot, Kurt Russell actually stopped by and said hi and wished us luck, so that was pretty cool.
Sweet. Alright, so out of all of the Stargate villains, mainly the... crap. Okay, out of all the villains, which one is your favorite?
I think probably, well, of course I have a soft spot for Apophis, but I think probably Ball, because like Cliff played it with such swagger, You know, so and you know that cat just refused to die. You know, and then he made more of himself. So probably Ball was probably my favorite.
Okay, cool. So obviously you're one of the good guys. I believe that you were a slave turned good. It's been like 10, 15 years since I last watched it, so it's like racking my memory, go back to the first episode there. Um, so yeah, what is your favorite Teal'c moment as being a hero?
Um, I always liked when he had scenes with kids, because I always kind of played him like with a kind of childlike sense of wonderment underneath it. So I always liked when he had scenes with kids. I think those are the ones I like the best.
Okay. Um, so your character Teal'c, he's more of a stoic kind of, I wouldn't really say cold, but like more like a stone sort of character. Are you like Teal'c in real life, or are you more having like a goof?
Yeah, I'm probably much more gregarious than Teal'c. I would hope. My kids might tell you different, but no, he's diametrically opposed to who I am. You know, he keeps everything in, and I pretty much wear everything, you know, on my sleeve. So yeah, we're complete opposites.
Sweet. Alright, so I read that you wrote, I think, 4 episodes, 5 episodes, something like that. What's it like writing for a TV series?
I think J.K. Rowling said it best. I hate writing, but I love being done. You know, so the sense of accomplishment is what drives you, because it's at least for me, it's a torturous process, and kind of the way I have to do it, I just lock myself in a room until I'm done. You know, I mean, I come out to use the bathroom, that's about it. I don't eat, I don't sleep. I just have to sit there because I don't trust myself to go back if I were to leave. So it's a very grueling process for me. But as I said, the sense of accomplishment when you're done makes it all worth it.
Alright, sweet. So you came in to cameo on Stargate Atlantis a few times. Was the production of that show much different to SG-1, or was it roughly the same?
It was theirs was a lot different. We were kind of the inmates running the asylum, and we ran a pretty loose ship. They were much more kind of professional, probably is a good word, than we were. You know, it was quiet. You know, when the director would say action, and we didn't have all that. You know, it was noisy, and the only time, I mean, really, that if someone had a serious scene, we would respect that. But generally, it was comedy and fun was kind of our job one.
Alright, so you keep mentioning like that you had a lot of fun on SG-1. I think there was like a production change at around like season 8 or 9, maybe it was 10. But did that change the dynamics of the film set in any way, or was that still?
No,
Yeah, still.
no, it was still kind of the same because it was so ingrained in us, you know. And what it did, I mean, I'm sure when Bo Bridges came, he found it odd because Bo is like the sweetest, most professional guy you'd ever meet, and I think he had some difficulty with kind of how loose the set was in the beginning. But you know, after a while, you know, he got used to it, and you know, he became just really loose and fun. And not that he wasn't fun in the beginning, but he was just, you know, he was used to working a certain way. And Ben and Claudia brought a very kind of different energy to the show, but it was all good though.
Okay, sweet. So Ben Browder is one of the Aussies actors that we've probably shipped out from Farscape over here. What's it like working with Australian actors? Is Ben Browder great?
Well, Ben's not Australian.
Isn't he?
No.
I thought he was.
No, Ben's actually American and came out to do Farscape.
Wow, I just had like all of my facts wrong.
He actually went to acting school in England. So yeah, Ben's an American. So, but I believe Claudia Black. I'm not sure if Claudia's from here or from England, but still, I mean, no matter where they were from, I mean, it was still a great time, and we all got along great. So yeah, it was fantastic.
All right, sweet. So I think we've got time for one last question. All right, we're a gaming site here at Tackle Gaming. Are you a gamer yourself?
I play the sports games. Well, I play some fighting games like Tekken, but I generally stick to like Madden, MLB, NBA, NHL, like stuff like that. But my kids play all the games, and it's funny. I'm actually doing a live action version of Infinity Blade, called the Infinity Blade Chronicles, and I play Thane, who is the first blood of the Deathless High Lord of House Ix and Keeper of the Sacred Pact. So it's funny. It's going to be my first game adaptation, doing a live action game adaptation. So I'm very excited to do that.
So yeah, pretty pumped for it as well now. All right. So thanks for your time. It was really nice meeting you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No probs.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, thank you.